Hello and welcome to ARK Survival Evolved. We're on the Extinction map and today we're out here in the desert biome searching for Velonasaurs. Well, I want to get myself a high level one, but before I get started, if at any time you find yourself liking the video, then do please click the like button. It'll help me out a great deal. Any comments or suggestions you may have, greatly appreciated. And if you're new to the channel, then click the subscribe button, and there's a little bell to click as well that'll send you notifications when new content comes out. But anyway, I've been out here for quite a while and I'm looking for high level Velonasaurs because I want to start breeding up pretty good ones if I can. For one thing, there's the caves that interest me. I want to see what's in them. And I really need a decent crew to take in there by the looks of it. There's also these orbital drops, orbital pods if you will. As far as I can tell, I think they're the equivalent of sort of like loot drops on this map. Because I've seen red ones and yellow ones, so I'm assuming there's... I assume they're like the loot drop, well, the equivalent to a loot drop, so I'm assuming you'll get loot from them, but you've got to be able to defend them. But I've spent quite a while out here. I'm just going to see if I can get this one's attention, because it's a 168 female. She's been wondering. Ideally, I want to be able to pull it back to those metal platforms over there. I seem to have better luck over there than here. Aha! Right, I'm going to have to back up here because these things have been shredded, even by like low level ones. I just get shredded by these things. And sometimes I've been on a rock, because there's my little base over there, and I've been standing on like a ledge, and I've still been hit, just completely shredded. I've noticed. I've taken the Tabajara out while I've been like scouting for them. And there's times where I've been sort of like hit by one of these things. At least the Tabajara has been hit by one of these things. And the problem then is that it's actually brought the Tabajara down. There was some sort of effect that it got hit by, and it actually forced the Tabajara to land, which made things even worse because I couldn't get out. I couldn't get out of the way. Tina there doesn't have very much hit points. I can't remember. Oh, Struth. Yeah, I don't have much health at the best of times. But I really need decent loot. And the reason I want a female is, Vince, I think Vince was level 144 when I found him. So really I want a reasonable level female so that I can breed them and get some imprinted ones. Because I think, I've been out and about with Vince, and he's good as a ranged dino. He's extremely good at that. And those orbital pods that are out there, they put up some sort of like force field. And it looks like you've got to be able to attack these corrupted dinos as they try to get into as they try to come and attack the pod. So I'm quite keen to, as I say, set up like an army, if you will. And I think they'd be quite ideal because while I've been out and about, I've sometimes, for instance, I've taken like Alan the Ankylo out. Is that down yet? Oh no, it's not. I was getting optimistic there. I thought it was down already. Yeah, I've taken Alan the Ankylo out and had Vince as a bodyguard. And that's I've noticed that Vince did use his ranged attack, so that was really good. So they do obviously they will use it if they Is that down? Oh yeah, that's down. Right, I better hurry up and get down here. Come here. Come here, Tina. Come, come, come. Right, I better hurry up and get down here. Oh, Struth, I thought I'd knocked it out. Hang on a minute, that can't be right. I could have sworn I knocked that thing out. Oh, it's another one. Ooh, Struth, this is not good. In fact, this is extremely bad. Because as I say, these things have got range on them. Ooh. I mean, kind of fortunate it wasn't a Euryarnus that came out, but... Let's see if I can at least get some barriers up while that thing's not looking. Oh yeah, that could have gone really bad. I'm assuming they could probably shred wood, like. They can. Actually, I could have done with some more of these. By the looks of it, these things are a lot bigger than I thought. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to get some more resources to put some more traps down. That could be my lucky day, because it's been a real pain trying to find any of these things. Let's see, so what do I need? I need some more fibre and wood. Right, I'm going to go out searching for some more resources. I'm just going to make a note of this. So this we're on... Right, I've dropped you at 70.9. 86.6. Right, I'm going to pause the video there because I need to get some more materials to protect this thing. So I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so I've managed to get some, like a couple of fences here. So I've fenced this thing off, and the topo's going down not too quickly. I mean, I've got quite a bit on me. But that was pretty of a lucky find, I think, because I found a 168 male out on the edge, and I was going to tame that, but I might well do that if it's still around. But there was a lot of low-level Velonasaurs out and about, so, I mean, out here there was like tons of, like, yeah, you can see I'm getting like 12s, 24s, 18s. I mean, I ended up, even by 24, I just got completely shredded. At one point, the Tapajara here, Tina, she got brought down very easily. I was just looking around for some silk at the time. She took a lot of hits from one. We must have passed over one that did quite a lot of hits that took her down, because there was this little buff. I saw a buff on the Tapajara, and the icon, there wasn't like an icon to it at all, though. So I don't know if that's just a bug where they haven't put it in, and I didn't really get time to see what the effect was, but it forced her to land, which was extremely annoying. Because I mean, every time I managed to land and then get back up again, she was brought back down, and I thought she would get taken out. So I was fortunate enough to get away, but I came back here and there was like a lot of low-level ones around here. So I tried taking like a level 24 out from that edge there. Somehow it managed to get me through the rock. So what I ended up doing is I respawned back in the city. Oh, it's too far out. I respawned back in the city, and then I came out here with Vince, because Vince seems better suited to taking these things out. If you go over here with a flyer, they don't seem to last 5 minutes, and you're at a risk of being brought down, and then that's it. You can kiss goodbye to your flyer. On your own, they're very difficult as well. I'm just going to double check, because oh, it's level 12. I need to be careful. Trouble is, I've found with a spyglass, usually if you're on your own with a spyglass, I'll normally, you know, you've got to press the right mouse button to get it to so you can actually use it. But the trouble is that doesn't work when you're on the back of a Spino. And I keep forgetting that. So as soon as I'm on the back of a dino, and I want to use the spyglass, I'm automatically pressing the right mouse button. Is there anything out here? I mean, that can't. Oh, there's a stego out there. The only place where I've seen mutton is obviously the Ovis, and that's over at the snow biome. So out here, I'm just gonna try and get myself some prime. So Vince here he's very useful for being able to take out these low-level Velonasaurs at range. But I still need. I'm still going out. Do you mind? I'm really frustrated though, because there was I was taking out quite a lot of low-level Velonasaurs. It is right. The alt attack is extremely useful there when you're getting surrounded by things. But no, I mean Vince is very good for taking out the low-level ones, so I've been using him to do the clearing. So we came out here earlier, and I ran into a Carno, and I was extremely lucky in some respects because this Carno came running up, started to attack, and I just couldn't fire. I couldn't get a shot off, and it was a 180 Carno, and I'm gutted. So I mean, I just ran away as best I could. As soon as he got a bit of stamina, I ran around the corner, and the plan was I was going to then try and lure it into the trap that I've got over there, but it seems to have disappeared. I don't know where it's got to. It could have been killed because I saw a couple of Kentros take down a few Carnos in the area. So I was thinking, wow, that's the first. I've seen a 180 Tapejara so far, and that's the only other 180. This 180 Carno. I mean, I don't normally use Carnos, but I'd have thought, you know, going into maybe on into one of these orbital pod battles, or going into the caves, I could go in with a Carno and then have a pack of these things as just basically just taking things out. Because as long as they attack on range, then they should take things down pretty quickly. Because I have seen one of those orbital pods. It's kind of odd. Sometimes I've gone up to one and nothing's happened. Sometimes I've gone up to them and then there's this, like, a proximity alarm seems to go off or something. All of a sudden the shield comes up and it says something like 0 of 5 waves, 0 of 5 enemies killed, I think it was. Sometimes I've gone up to one, nothing's happened, I've just hit it. Either with like an axe or getting a dino to hit it. It doesn't do that much damage, but then all of a sudden it triggers this kind of what looks to be like a defense mechanism. And as far as I can tell, you've got to go out there and kill off these dinos, because there was some corrupted dinosaurs suddenly started attacking, and they were attacking at the edge. So it was a case of, looks like you've got to then defend it. And I noticed that the health was actually then going down on this pod. Right, so that thing's still up. Wait, right, so what state are you in then? Just put you on passive for now, in case something horrible goes off and it suddenly starts to try and defend itself. Oh yeah, there's a... Ooh, crap, there's one over there. The last thing I want is for this to start sending an attack at me, because it's... I mean, I'm behind the... I'm going to have to take Vince around the back. Go on, mate. We're going to have to go around and sort that thing out. So yeah, so I mean, Vince has proved to be extremely useful. I think it was a very useful dinosaur to get. You can't jump over things, which is a bit of a pain. Wow. Can you actually get out of this mess that I've got you in? Thank God for that. I'm going to have to run around the back here and take this out. Because I actually came out here with... I went to I killed a lot of corrupted dinosaurs to get kind of like the equivalent of organic polymer. Because I thought, well, I'm not going to spend a lot of time making a lot of bullets, so I'll get myself like a composite bow here that I've got there in the slot, and I started attacking one of these Velonasaurs. It was only like low level, I'm sure it was like some like level 24 or something, and I was getting some pretty good shots off, but it's really frustrating. Well, this prime's going to run out if I'm not... I'm keen to get around there, but the prime that I've got's going to run out. Let's see if I can get... Right, see if I can get you some raw prime. Yeah, that's the thing with this. It can be extremely frustrating trying to get things done. Looks like this could work now. Aha! Right. I'm going to get this thing out of the way first, so come here, you. I'm going to have to give you a better name. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I like that underbelly. That's a really good colour, that. It's a nice blue. It's a white, like, kind of a grey-white colouring, and it's nice blue underbelly. Oh, I definitely like this one. Of course, I don't want to risk losing this one so early on. So I'm going to take this one back to base. Well, the little camp I've got over there anyway, and I'll just I'll leave it there for a while until I get a saddle for it, because I'll have to take it back to base. Because I want to use it for breeding. I don't want to take it out and then have it killed, you know, shortly afterwards. That'd be extremely frustrating. It's bad enough losing an enforcer quickly. Oh, Kent Rose. Tell you what, let's get rid of these. Yeah, so I think a pack of these would be actually probably quite good. I mean, it's quite tempting, especially against this orbital pod, because from what I can tell, you get like a wave of corrupted dinosaurs start attacking, but they can't get in, so they start fighting the actual barrier itself, it seems. Oddly enough, I did notice I managed to somehow push one in, because at the time I had Sam with me. Let's just take that out of the way. At the time I had Sam with me, and she wasn't able to do much damage. So the trouble was, she was I mean, she was pretty much just pushing things. So that, like, I think there was a Carno that I found, and it had pretty much just got, like, somehow it actually got pushed through the barrier into the orbital pod area, but it was going extremely slow at that point, which was quite interesting. But unfortunately, I couldn't take the actual dinos that were there. I couldn't take them down quickly enough. So eventually it just got totally overwhelmed, and all these corrupted dinosaurs, I think they destroyed the orbital pod. I didn't stay around much to have a look. But this one here, I want to take this one back to base, and I want to use it to start the breeding. I mean, she's a higher level than Vince was, because he was 144. She's not max level. Max level on this map is 180. So she's two. She's two out. I mean, I think yeah, she's two out. So that's not too bad. I mean, a full one would have come out at 269 if it had been a 180. But this is good to start with anyway. So I mean, she's got like 337 melee damage. So she's almost got as much. I mean, I've pumped a bit into of melee into Vince just to see what it would be like. I mean, they'll all start with the base movement speed, but if I were to imprint one of these, they should be faster as well. But I give her some meat. Wow, that's one thing I found. I mean, these things they pull quite a lot of meat while they're harvesting as well. I mean, it's quite a few times where Vince is just getting completely overwhelmed. I've had to stop and drop just tons and tons of meat off him because he's just carrying way too much. That's the same with other decent carnivores. They just end up with just so much meat on them. You have to just keep pausing and dropping it. So that's a good start. I know there was a. I think I want to put her on passive. I don't want her to. I'm kind of tempted to put her in here, but stay put. I'm tempted to put her in here, but I'm more concerned about Tina. She doesn't take much to get her on low health, basically. I can't remember what level she was when I started. It wasn't that much. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out and I want to see if I can find another high level male. I'm going to use I've seen 168 out there. Drop her here. Ow. I've seen a 168 male out there. Just put everybody on passive. Except you. I don't know if it's still there. It was right on the edge. Otherwise I'm going to have to go through the process of I'll use Vince here to pretty much just shred the low level ones. Do some scouting maybe with Tina up there to find any high level ones. But hopefully I want to get another higher level. I mean, I could get up to the same stats that this one's now got just by breeding Vince and her together, and then I'll end up with a dinosaur that's either got, well, gets the best of all stats. I'm assuming Vince's was a lot lower than hers, so ideally I want to be able to get a one that's got the same stats as her, a male one that's got the same stats as her, so then I'll breed those two together. I'm not going to get into too much into the mutations and what have you at this early stage, but I just need something where I can have two breeders together to give me a dinosaur that I can take out regularly, and then if it dies then I can easily recreate one. Likewise I want a pack of maybe about 4 or 5 of them to like tackle one of these orbital pods in the caves as well, probably. So I'm going to get out and about with Vince here. Oh, I'll have to come and saddle on me. Oh no, I left it on me. I'm going to get out and about and see if I can find a high level male now. So once that's done, I'll bring you back. Right, as luck would have it, this 168's still out here. It's prowling around over here. It's actually quite close to one of these metal barriers. Now I don't know if I'm going to be able to get up there or not. I can't remember how I think normally I've just come up here with a Tapajara, landed on top of it. And I don't want Vince there getting in the way. hope, I don't know if I can, it's moved away, I don't know if I can get it from here. Yeah, I feel a lot safer up here than I do on the rock cliffs. Let's see if I can. Yes. Ow, 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 ow. Drop, that didn't work. No, 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 no. Oh dear. Well, that's kind of embarrassing. Okay. So, oh, Fubar. Yeah, I think that was a bit optimistic. Come here. Right, see if I can. Oh, I don't have the my GPS on me either. I know it's out on the. It was out on the edge because I made a note of exactly where it was. In hindsight, I should have just taken the Tapajara out in the first place, but I've just been working my way along and clearing the place of the low level ones. So I'm not too far out because there's a tech stego that I saw. Because I'm gonna have to be a bit careful if that thing's still around there. But the shred you just so easily. I mean, I had flak armor on, but it's like, yeah, whatever. Right, okay, so phooey. You're better off on the larger, you know, the main segment. Now, hopefully this isn't gonna suddenly target Tina here, otherwise it's gonna be a bit embarrassing. Okay, I'll grab that. Go up here. Right, let's see. I don't have that. I don't have as many. Are you on passive or not? Yeah, you're on passive. Let's see if I can get its attention from here. Stay still. Yes, 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 yes. Might have to resort to using some trank arrows for this thing because I don't know if I've got enough darts left. Oh, this is looking interesting. What happened there? Alright, I'm stuck in front of a bag. Okay. Right, where have you gone? So yeah, so I do feel... Whoa, I say safer, but you hear them things coming off and it doesn't exactly fill me with confidence. Look, see what I mean? It still managed to get me. It still managed to get me. Right, this is going to be a long process because I'm going to have to go all the way back to the main base. Right, see you in a while. Right, I came back out with Sam and I got myself some more darts and now there's another bloomin' Velonasaur popped up. Just over to the right. Oh, come on, stay still. I'm gonna have to be really careful. I mean, I don't understand how it can shoot you through the, you know, through a solid object. Oh, maybe that's the whole point. Maybe, I mean, look at this. I mean, that's an interesting glitch. Maybe that's the whole point. It's not actually, you know, none of this stuff that's here is real. I don't know where it's targeting, that's the thing. I mean, I don't want to get too close, but I mean, I died about there. I mean, I would have thought that would have been a safe area. Surely that's far enough. There's no way, you know, these darts could have come through there, and yet somehow they did. I get down the bottom left. I mean, I was pretty vulnerable up there, down there. But up here, you'd think I've got like solid metal between me and this thing. Where have you gone? I think maybe that's the trick, is to like shoot it. Leave it to have its fun of like shooting all the darts. Wait till it's finished and then go back, because I'm at a good distance now. I mean, it loses aggro quite quickly, which is interesting. But you're gonna have to have the patience of a saint with this thing. Trying to lure one of these into a trap I found to be very difficult, because they for the similar reason, they just lose interest after a while. Oh wow, I'm reluctant to go near the edge. I think I got hit there. I'm reluctant to go close to the edge, because I got hit just that far out. But luring it into a trap's quite difficult, because it if it comes after you, it'll start shooting you at range. I mean, it'll come after you, shoot you at range. See what I mean? How the heck did that shoot me through there? That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. I'm going to have to get the RG this time. Oh well. Guess I'll just have to keep trying. Well, unfortunately, I managed to get back here. That's been killed by a 180 Kentro. Damn. I came all the way back with Ollie. I was thinking, I mean, it doesn't make sense, because this, I thought I would be safe on here. I'd really thought, I mean, the first time I managed to tame a Velonasaur, I was on one of these. I've been on solid stone and I've been shredded by one. The only time I hadn't was when I was on this, and when I tamed the first one. These seem to me, I mean, I just don't get it. So what I did is, when I got back, I thought, well, I'll put a foundation down, put a wall on, and then at least see if that'll protect me. But you can't build on them. So I suppose one option then is to, I don't know if they can. Well, I'm assuming they could possibly shred wood, maybe not stone. So I think what I'm going to try and do is build a. I'm going to have to go out and search for another one. I mean, that was the only other 168 I'd seen. I think I'm going to have to go and search for another one. It's getting dark. It's 10 to 10. I'm going to search for another one, but I think what I'll do is I'll build like a little enclosure, because that's sometimes been a possibility. So instead of actually trapping the dinosaur in the trap, you yourself go in the trap, and then you can potentially take shots at it. The only trouble is, I don't know how safe that's going to be, because obviously you want to be able to take shots at it. You could, I suppose, step into the trap, you know, with solid walls, and then with a doorway, so then you just run inside, jump outside, and then take a shot. Or you could have a window, but the trouble is, if it could shoot through the window, I could have problems. Yeah, I think that's going to be the next method anyway, because I think this strategy's just gone out the window now. I mean, I just got shredded even on this, what should be solid metal. I mean, I don't know if it is or not, but it feels solid, and you can hear the darts hitting the thing, so I don't know how they're getting through. So yeah, I think an enclosure is the next option. Okay, well, I'll be back when I can get to try that method. Right, I've managed to find a level 162 male. And I've built myself a little trap here, and I've got Abby hiding over there behind the that little pillar there. I don't know how effective this is going to be, because the problem I've got is I've got to get this thing to chase me. They tend to, once they aggro onto you, they'll come running after you. Yeah, they'll come running after you. And I think if they lose line of sight, they give up. and lose aggro. I'm not 100% sure. I'm just going by some observations I've had. So I've got a window here. So in theory, the idea is I want to be able to shoot it. Right, so I can hit it from here. And I've put in an extra... Wow. That is brutal. I'm just going to set that to where... Manual. Ooh, truth. Yeah. These are actually getting through even the second wall. Holy moly. That does not fill me with confidence. I mean, it's taking swipes at the wall. So I've got two walls between me, which really makes me wonder just... I mean, Struth, this is just crazy. Oh, that's interesting. It's actually sticking its head through the wall. You just keep doing that, mate. That really cheers me up no end. I mean, to be honest, I've been out here searching for so long trying to find one. I've already got Vince breeding with the female that I found. The idea was that get a male, breed a male that ends up with her same stats, and then I can take those two and then breed and create better ones through imprinting. Because I want about 4 of them maybe. I think this is extremely lucky that it's actually got itself stuck. But that was freaky. That, I mean, I think it was just a thought. I was thinking, you know, maybe I should have like two walls between me, because I've no idea what I'm going to be up against here. Oh, Struth, I've got a scorpion on me. Come on, come on. Are you going to drop? Yeah, this is not what I need. So yeah, I mean, I just put that in just because I'm thinking, you know, after the fiasco I've had with like so far. Hang on a minute, let's see if I can just pick this thing. Yeah, after all the fiasco I've had so far, I wanted to play it safe. But this is not good because I can see another one out there as well. So it does work to a certain extent, but it's not perfect. Yeah, it's still not. It's still not perfect because that's a pretty brutal weapon that it's got on it. If it can do that. I mean, you could see those darts. I'm sorry, Abby, I keep running you into the blooming into the walls. I don't think anybody can get in there. I'll have to be careful because those things shred you. I don't know what that one is over there. I'm going to have to get Vince out here. Level 90. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get Vince out here. I mean, I tried it with like a low level one. I think I found a level 40. No, it was a level 24. I tried it on that. The problem that I was having was that I had to keep running out. Ooh, Struth, this is not good. Where's Vince? There you go. Ow, 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 ow. Wow. This is a turn up for the books. Yeah, one consolation is I actually managed to find a level 180 Carno. I was quite fortunate because when I'd been out and about with Vince, I'd found this level 180 Carno. Oh good, that thing's still alive. Yeah, I found this 180 Carno. So I went looking for it using I can't remember, I think it was Abby I had at the time. I went looking for it and couldn't find it, so I pretty much just gave up on it. So what do you? Yeah, you want armor berries for some strange reason. I don't know why. But I couldn't find it, so it was when I was out and about again with Vince that I found this. I managed to bump into it again, so this time I managed to get. Oh, Struth. But can you just give me some peace and quiet here? Oh, Struth, that one. Annoying. Yep, I know. But the annoying thing is I'll have to put Abby back now. Where's she gone? Yeah, so I was quite lucky. I managed to catch it a third time. I managed to drag it into that trap that I had. It wouldn't have been practical using Vince because he wouldn't have been able to get back out again. Serious, is that one over there? What's that one doing all the way over there? Come here. Yeah, it's not exactly the best place to be breeding things. I suppose if I put up proper walls it would be better. But the I managed to catch up with this, dragged it into the trap. So that was good. The problem then was although I'd gotten it into the trap and I'd just about managed to trank it. I was almost at the point where it was about to fall, and then this bloomin' what was it? It was I think it was like a level 96 Velonasaur came out of nowhere and just let rip. Abby took a lot of darts and she ended up going down. I just tried to get out of the way. She went down, so I was not happy. Fortunately, I managed to get her out of the way just in the nick of time, and I was starting to panic that maybe the Carno had been hit. Seriously? Can you not go and find something better to do? Ah, it's a pity that one. That's another one I've seen, a nice colour one. But I was quite fortunate. It didn't suffer any damage at all, and I managed to finish it off and get that Carno tamed up with some prime. It's dead handy having these Dimetrodons around. That's where I've been getting most of my prime meat, because I've pretty much, I think I've exhausted most of the Spinos around here. So I can use just go out and about with Vince here and get all the prime that I need. So what I'm doing at the moment though is I'm just breeding up Vince and that female that I found, the 168, because the idea is I should end up at some point with a male that's got the same statistics that she's got, and then I can take those two, breed them together, and then I'll start imprinting the babies that they've produced. So you'll end up with a better version of her. But the problem for most of my time so far has just been all these low level Velonasaurs. They're just some pretty nice colours I've found. I mean, but I really like that female, I must admit, that I've got. She's got really nice colours. That one's still alive, so that's okay. I'll save that for the prime. So I mean that little box that I've built, it's I feel a bit more comfortable about it. I mean, truth, that thing pumped in the amount of darts it was pumping through, and the fact that you actually got through to a second wall. That's like seriously freaky. That is. I'm just amazed. I cannot believe that the darts are actually getting through to the second wall. I'm really glad that I actually built it. You know, that internal wall. I wasn't going to bother at first. It was just a thought I had. I thought, well, I mean, you know, it's getting through these solid metal barriers. It's been able to get through cliffs. I wonder if I should put like an internal wall in between. You know, in between me and the next one, because I wasn't just going to sit behind a window. I mean, you know, just stick my head out the window. I mean, I didn't think I'd have much chance doing that, quite frankly. So I'm quite relieved I did that now. The only drawback with that trap I've found that if you do that is it's I'll just disable the snapping on these. The one downside I've found with this trap is that obviously you've got to carry it around. Now, once I've put it down, Murphy's Law, by the time I've put it down, I end up with whatever it was I've managed to find, usually ends up getting killed anyway. So that's been a bit of a pain. Because I tried it a couple of times. First time I tried it, I mean, I found it like a 114, just so I could try it on it. But that one got killed pretty quick, so it was kind of a waste of time, really. So then the next one, I put it down. There was two of them dotted around, but by the time I got the trap up, there was only one of them still around. It was like level 24. I managed to take that out before. I mean, I managed to basically trank it even before it got to the base. Didn't even come anywhere close. The other problem you've got is I'm using S+. I've got a distinct advantage in that if I was on a public server, an open server, or just using the basic vanilla settings, I'd have to build a trap every time I wanted to do this. The good thing about S+ is I can put the pieces down, build it, and then I can once I've done, I can you know, pick it back up again and take it somewhere else. The problem with the vanilla game obviously is that once you put something down, once that structure's down, that's it, it's finished. All you can do after that is, you know, demolish it so you can get like some of your resources back. So it'll be quite an expensive way of doing it. I suppose it'd be interesting actually. I mean, instead of stone, maybe if you do use metal might be better. I mean, I'm not really sort of mining that much metal. Now that's interesting, that, because the wall itself isn't even damaged. Wow, the wall itself isn't even damaged at all. Now I'm seriously intrigued now. I mean, none of this is damaged at all. I mean, it's still got its original health. And yet, I mean, I was standing here and I could see these darts that were actually hitting this wall, and yet there's no damage to the wall. So there must be a bug. I mean, that to me it's just not. That can't be right. That. Unless there's something about the darts that it makes. Oh crap! I hope I haven't. That was probably not a that was probably like a really dumb idea. That I was really actually trying to press the left mouse button. I wonder. Unless there's something special about what these darts are made of that allows them to, like, because this one here, you can see the darts there. I mean, that thing was shooting darts at me and they were going through. Well, that's not what I need. Don't need your prime yet. Seriously? Could you not have, like, waited a bit longer? Oh, strength. So I think this has got... No! I wanted you to wait. What did you have to go and do that for? Oh, not what I wanted. No little feet. Never mind. Well, I've made some sort of progress then. I think. I mean, I'm quite tempted to start carrying one of those around if I want to actually get high levels, because I mean the highest on this map is 180. So there's still some incentive to get better ones. Hey, what you want? I just hope it hasn't been hit when I made that stupid mistake of pressing the right mouse button. But no, I'm quite pleased with that actually. It's going to take me a while. I've got to starve this thing out a bit and get myself some prime meat. But I think for the next episode, what I'm going to do is I want to breed up a little bit of an army, and I want to go out and start testing those orbital pods, because I've got a rough idea of how they work based on what I've seen when I was just looking around with a snow owl Sam. Looks like you just got to be able to put off waves of attacks from corrupted dinosaurs. I think these might be pretty good, especially if I've got them, you know, pretty high up a bit. So yeah, I think that's going to be that's going to be it for this video anyway. I know definitely what I'm going to do for the next one now. So I do hope you've liked this episode. If so, then do please leave a like. If you've got any comments or suggestions, do put those down. They're greatly appreciated. And if you're new to the channel, then do please subscribe. And remember to click the little bell or icon that's there, and then you'll get notifications of when new content comes out. So thanks very much for watching. Until the next video, bye.